Hi guys, I am Harry Yotis. I've been a professional trader for 20 years now, working for National Bank starting in 2005, and for the past 10 years I've been trading my own account. So let's get started with today, the daily market update for December 11th, 2025. Well, the big news of the day, well, it's a kind of strange day because there were like three or four big news of the day. One is that we had the S&P 500 close at new highs. Fed follow-through day on December 11th. This is the candle. We also had Oracle announce news yesterday night, after hours. This is Oracle stock. This is today on Thursday, the 11th. It announced good news. It beat on the bottom line. Earnings were beat by 37%. And revenues were flat, but it guided lower. So we'll get to that later. And this has implications for the AI and tech space because we also had after hours today, Broadcom, and you can't really see it here, but it's trading higher after hours at 418 as we speak. Okay, and we also had another big thing, a breakout in the precious metal sectors. Gold is breaking out. And silver, my God, this thing continues to rip. This is actually a very bullish situation. But so we had a multiple good news coming out today. But as usual, we will start with the S&P 500 breaking into new highs. Let's do the technical analysis as we always do. Well, when you break into new highs, you're obviously bullish, okay? And there's an adage on Wall Street that you never short a market breaking into new highs, okay? And this is the Fed follow-through day because yesterday we had this bullish configuration that played out. And it's significant because we mentioned yesterday that although the interest rate cut was not the big, it was nice, but it wasn't the big news of the day. The big news of the day is that they're basically starting QE and they're going to continue it for at least into April of next year. So this, I think, is supportive of asset prices going forward, as we mentioned yesterday. So the technicals here, we have a follow-through day, and we're going to probably go higher. So it probably solidifies this move as a real move going forward. Obviously, we don't just look at the technicals. We also pair it with sentiment. And yeah, well, now it's neutral. We were at extreme fear when this market fell here, right on this crypto crash, okay? But we all knew that it was just a crypto related. It had nothing to do with the underlying market. Okay, it was just a sell-off on market assets because crypto bros had to raise money. Okay, now that's over. We expected this move higher, and we got it. And we expected it to go to neutral and greed. I want to see greed and extreme greed before we start getting worried about this up move. As you can see, we still have extreme fear in stock price strength. We're getting into greed on the market momentum, but we still have fear on the breadth and put call options neutral. So it's starting to roll into the neutral, and then I want to see greed and extreme greed. Okay, and today on Thursday we come out with the, well, not we, but the AAII investor sentiment survey comes out, and it's pretty much the same as last week. Bullish. The bulls are starting to come in more than the average here. The average is 37.5% bullish, and we got 44.6. Good. However, we're still fairly neutral. Not neutral, but average. It's like we're approaching the historical averages in terms of bearishness. I want to see this drop even lower, okay? So this is good. We're having 2 weeks, consecutive weeks of the bulls coming in, but the bears are still lingering. I want to see this go down, okay, for maybe another month or two. Another month would be nice, at least, of bullishness while this is dropping out. So the sentiment is going back up into the greedy segment, but although it's not yet there, people are still sort of bearish. Not really, but sort of bearish. I would say average bearish. I want to see the bears get destroyed before I start getting worried on this up move. Okay, so I said bullish going forward, and the sentiment is still pretty, it's neutral to slightly bullish, okay? Not extreme in any stretch of the imagination, okay? The only macro that we got today that is significant and we should look at it is the initial claims, okay? And initial claims, we look at it because we want to see evidence that the labor market is rolling over, okay? And that will pretty much derail any market move higher. in my opinion. And we had a big move. Last week, we came in at 192,000 on initial claims, and now it brought it up to 236,000. This is like within the range, although the change is worrisome. We should keep a look at it. But if we look at the continuing claims, here, continuing jobless claims, they tanked. So they went to 1.84 million, okay, which is good if you're not good. So, but it's strange to see such a drop-off in continuing claims and an increase in initial claims, okay. The best we can say now is that these results are fairly mixed. We need more information going down the road. We should keep a look at it because it is important. The most important one being initial claims. We want to figure this out before. We want to see this move go up before we start getting worried on our bullish positions. Okay, so that's it for the macro. Okay, so let's go to the one of the two major themes that we saw today, and that is Oracle. Okay, Oracle announced news since they acquired ByteDance or Paramount Sky, whatever you want to call it. They announced earnings last night, and as you can see, we mentioned it before, they beat on the bottom line, but the revenues were pretty flat, and the market didn't like it. It went down. Okay. However, it did recover throughout the day on good volume, so this could be a bottom. We don't know. Okay. So let's look at the other, this is a cloud computing company, but let's look at the other AI-related stocks. What did NVIDIA do today? NVIDIA was down, but it's still holding this level here. Still holding. It's not the AI trade is trying to catch a bid. Okay, it was sold off and then it came back. Okay, so to me, as the market, the S&P 500 is going up on bullishness, and more bulls start to jump aboard, I think we see NVIDIA and all these AI and cloud computing and tech stocks go up as well. Okay, and if we look at the other big announcement today after hours, we had Broadcom that we mentioned. And yes, it's trading even higher. It's trading at 420 now. As you can't see it, it's this blue line right here. Trading at, let me just mark it so you guys can see it clearly. After hours, it's moving, but it's trading at 420 right now. Okay, so it announced, you can't really see it, but it beat on revenues, the Q4 revenue. We can be more clearer here. You can see it beats on earnings, and you can read it here. It beats on earnings after hours 11 minutes ago, and Broadcom beats on revenue by 28%. So these are very good results. Okay, and this is why the stock is trading above. So we have NVIDIA doing okay, Broadcom doing very well after hours. And what is the entire index, the semiconductor index, what is that doing? It's at highs. What is there to worry about when it's at highs and everybody's calling for AI to be destroyed? Okay, I don't see it yet. Okay, to me, this sector is doing fairly well, and we should, you should generally be long these general market stocks, especially the AI and the tech stocks, as the general S&P 500 market is going up and probably headed to my target of 700 to 720. Let's see if we get there. I don't know. Okay, so to me, the AI sector, NVIDIA, and what happened with our trade in Microsoft, well, great. Although it was down yesterday, it came back today. Okay, it's almost a bullish engulfing. So I think these AI and meta type stocks, right? Meta down, but recovering from this big drop. So all of these like Mag 7 tech, I like to call them Mag 7 and AI together. It's not just NVIDIA, but it's the AI sector and the Mag 7 are probably going to catch bids going forward. It's great that they alleviated these overbought conditions, and now plenty of room to go up with the market. So I am bullish this sector going forward because I'm bullish the general market, and I think these guys catch bids. Okay. The other big news of the day, I like it, gold. We got that breakout from this level that I was hoping yesterday. Boom, today we got it. We're catching bids, and this is this gold now has, as you can see with the technicals here, the stochastics, the RSI is plenty of room to go up. Okay, I suspect we break the highs of around 4,400 and we go much higher. Okay, and of course silver today, monster. We like this high tide flag, and now we got like 3 green soldiers here, another bullish pattern. Today it's up another 3%, okay? Silver literally 3 days ago was at 58, now it's at 63. That's like, what is it, 10% move in like 3 days at the highs. This is like running away right now, okay? You do not want to be short. In fact, you should wait like we did here for a pullback, and we got in here, just like we did with gold. But let's talk about the miners. What is the silver miners doing? What did they do today? Oh, breakout. We were looking at this cup and handle formation, as you can see. Cup and handle formation. SIL is the silver miners, the majors of the silver producers. And boom, this is a breakout, breaking that pivot area of a cup and handle and breaking into new highs. We're at 83.41. Not new highs, but new recent highs, okay? We know that the monthly chart still has to go to this 94 level, and we're only at 83, okay? So let's break out of the monthly chart, go to the daily. What about the silver juniors? Same thing, cup and handle breakout, okay? And as we know, the juniors are already into new highs. These are new highs for the juniors, 28. Okay, as you can see from the monthly chart, we saw it before, but let's just see it again. Look, monthly chart, very bullish. The silver juniors are outperforming the silver majors. Crazy, eh? Each market is different. You have to take it as different, okay? So let's go back to the daily chart. What about GDX? We saw gold here. Remember the gold chart breaking out, not the new highs, but broke out this level here, which is a pre-breakout, let's say. What about GDX? What's it doing? That's the cup and handle. GDX breaking up to new highs, okay? What about GDXJ? The juniors breaking out of a cup and handle as well, but still a long way to go. This is beautiful, and this is what you want to be in. This is the sector you want to be in. Mental note, guys. Not mental note, but I just want to flash a red flag, a siren, like, look at this potential, the potential in this sector. Look at that. We are breaking out, but not even close to the all-time highs of 179. We're 115. This is the potential right here in the sector, the junior sector. Okay, so let's recap on a lot of good news. Okay, SPY. Breaking out into new highs. I suspect we go higher. Sentiment is neutral. We have more to go. Great, we realized half from extreme fear. We realized half of the potential, I guess. So AAII came out, investor sentiment. Try saying that very fast 3 times. Still waiting for the bulls to get solidified. To me, this is not enough of a sentiment shift for the market to really be caught uber long. We're not there yet, okay? Initial claims coming out up, should be worried about it, but it's still mixed because the continuing claims were not. And of course, Oracle stock is what's driving the sell-off. Well, the guidance probably. So we had Oracle selling off but coming back. But Broadcom, our chip leader, boom, up to 420 there. It's a little bit low, 417 now. So let's get rid of this for now. It was just for demonstration purposes. Semiconductors at highs, don't have to worry about that. We're positive on that. So that's it for the recap, guys. We're loving the tech, we're loving the rally, we're loving the SPY general stocks, and we're loving gold and silver. So thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, just like and subscribe. Of course, leave a comment below, and I will get to you as soon as possible. And that's it for December 11th. Looking forward to what happens tomorrow on Friday, end of the week. Let's see what the weekly candle prints. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.